Hi guys, previously I covered this video called the A7II versus the A6400. A lot of you guys has responded very positively. So today we're going slightly deeper into A7II and see whether is it worthy in 2020. If you are interested in this video, keep on watching. Before I continue, I need to show you guys that there's a lot of wear and tear on my camera. As you can see that there's this rubber that's coming out over here. And my lens is pretty worn out. There is also this sticker on top of my A7II, and some of you guys are wondering why is there this sticker. I read it online that if you put sticker or make your camera look more rugged, it's less likely to get stolen overseas. So I have not got this stolen, so I'm thinking that this method has been quite efficient so far. Either ways, let's get on to some pointers. As I go through some of the pointers, there are quite a lot of items that I'll be covering, but there are three key ones which you'll notice that there's some text below. So that is the three things which I'll be talking about. Either ways, I'll highlight to you guys. So let's get started. So the A7II model has been around for quite a while. It was made in November 2014. So it's about nearly 5 years now. A lot of A7 models have sprung up through this baseline of the A7 model, such as the A7R and the A7S. There's rumors that the A7S III is coming out. We don't know when, but I'm also looking forward to it. So the A7II model costs below $1,000. The lowest I've checked is about $898. Although this model has been around for quite a while, I have always been using this for my food photography shoots. It has easily garnered me over $5,000 worth of profit shooting food photography assignments. As I compare the photos taken from my A7II with my crop sensor A6400, I still can notice a big difference in the photo quality. Being a full frame, it's not only able to capture more megapixels, but the area of the sensor is able to take in more light. Everything that you shoot using a crop sensor camera, you have to multiply it by 1.5, be it the aperture or the focal length. So one of the key items is that for full frame camera, this is a very reasonable price. I'm sure you're hardly able to find one in the Canon or the Nikon side with this below $1,000 price range. One key point of this camera is that it's able to adapt other lenses and stabilize it. It has an in-body 5-axis stabilization, which is able to put other lenses on top of this which is non-stabilized and make it stabilize. Personally, I own the 50mm 1.4 from Canon and the pancake lens 24mm 2.8 from Canon. So as you can see from this video, I have this comlight adapter which converts the Canon EF mount into the Sony NEX mount. I use the comlight adapter to be able to adapt my 24mm pancake lens onto this camera. It has worked wonders for me as the 24mm is able to have very close focal range, and on top of the technology that with this A7II is able to give me very nice full frame photos. So the third key point which is very important is the focus peaking. Now this focus peaking is really important as sometimes when you're outdoors, it's hard to see what's in focus. Sometimes what you see on the screen looks focused, but once you blow it up, it is not. So relying on this focus peaking technology, which highlights those parts which are in focus in red, really helps me in my photo shooting process. Now what makes this A7II also not obsolete in terms of video recording is that it has two inputs. One for the mic and one for the earpiece. You're able to put in different kinds of recording mics, such as my Rode Video Mic Go, and you're able to monitor it through a earpiece. Now this is a very overlooked feature. My A6000 is able to record audio, but it's not able to monitor the audio. So what happens is that sometimes the audio is not recorded properly due to the loose wire of the mic, and my whole audio is ruined. Compared if recording with the A7II, you're able to monitor the audio before you record. So that is a very excellent feature. A lot of the times if I'm not shooting with the A7II or showing you guys in the video, I'll be using this to record the secondary audio. Next is that this A7II is lighter than its successors. The successor is the A7II, which is heavier but due to the bigger battery, and all the other A7 lines that are coming up. They have all improved ergonomics, allowing you to be able to put your pinky compared with my A7II, but the size is slightly bigger and slightly heavier. So if you're looking for a light and portable one, this one compared with its successor is slightly lighter. This camera has also excellent kit lens. At the beginning, I've always been shooting at 5.6, which sometimes I think isn't that sharp, but once I drop it down to about f8, I realized that it is at its best. So do take note, if you buy this A7II, the best sharpness is about f1.8. So do not go all the way to f3.5, you won't get as sharp images as once you get it from f.8. Now there are a few other features which make this camera not obsolete. It has also this NFC function, basically putting your phone beside it to be able to transfer the photos, and you're able to wirelessly capture it through your mobile. Not just able to shoot it through your phone wirelessly, you're able to monitor how the composition is before being able to take the photo. You're also able to wirelessly charge it through this micro USB though I won't recommend it as it's very slow, but in any case which you need it, this function is there. Now, although I don't have the A7 III, I'll be giving you guys some perspective on how this fares against its older brother. The A7 II is about 50 grams lighter than the A7 III. It might matter for some of you, it might not matter for others. For its size, this is still slightly smaller than the A7 III, though it is not that much of a difference. Now, the autofocus on the A7 II is by no means obsolete. It has 117 points, which usually more than does it for me. But the A7 III has about 693 autofocus points, which basically means that if you're shooting video, its older brother definitely fares a bit better. Now, the sensor size is still about the same. This has 24.2 megapixels, whereas the A7 III has 24.3 megapixels. In terms of color science, the A7 II has a much cooler tone compared to the A7 III or the A6400 that I'm shooting right here. The A7 III has also a touchscreen compared with this A7 II, which just has a flippable screen. There are also codecs and other mini functions of the A7 III which makes it an older brother A7 II, but you have to consider it thinking that there's twice the price of this A7 II. It's easily a $900 price gap between the A7 II and the A7 III. So is this A7 II still worth it in 2020? I will definitely say yes, as I still shoot a lot of my food photography assignments using this model. A lot of the other minute things, which such as the color tone, can be edited in Lightroom. And as you can see from the video which I shown you about the autofocus, it's still able to track subjects relatively well. If you're planning to shoot moving subjects, I would recommend you to upgrade to the A7 III. If you're out and about, I also definitely recommend 4 to 6 batteries for this camera, as the battery churns out pretty fast. Other than that, you can check out the photos from my previous video or on my Flickr account for all the sample images taken from this A7 II. It is worth it, and for a 1000 budget, I'll definitely think it's a very good investment and will still easily last you for another 5 years in terms of technology and in terms of photo quality. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in more gear reviews, please click on my playlist right here, where I go into more in-depth into the different other camera models that I own or even other lenses that I have. Please do also do me a favor by giving me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Now, if you know of friends who are interested in the A7 II model, whether is it worthy in 2020, please do help me to share it to them so that they are more exposed to knowing what are the functions of this A7 II in this year of 2020. Now, there's also another YouTube channel which I create called Scoop of James's. You can click the link right here. It covers a lot of my personal struggles and how to live a positive mindset in this new age. Now, I hope you guys like this episode. Please leave down in the comments below what do you like about this episode and what are the things I've missed out and I could have covered. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video.